Ultimate Team. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Bledsoe. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Throwing on 1st down. Bledsoe. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it. And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's stopped at the 44. It's also a gain of 4. And now it's 4th down. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. And that flag accepted. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him.
Awesome, it let me in. Trip. Cool.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A first carry for Rachaad White, and he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Brady going to throw. He's got White here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in?
57, Mike 57. I'm scared.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's got Otten. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. In motion right is Evans. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Evans comes in motion right. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, 28 yards. And the Bucs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't.
I didn't mean to hit pause. That's that damn overthrown from fucking
Call it in, incomplete. In motion goes the tight end. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Here we go. Randy Ryan. 18 Randall. 18 Randall.
Here's Hurts to throw. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Play action. Now it's Brady. He's got a man complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
First down, here's White. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a toss right side with White. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Brady, and the pressure gets to him again. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Shotgun now for Brady. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to. But a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of...
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White taking it in from a yard out. And the Buccaneers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On first down, Hurts. And on the catch, right side, this is Sanders. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
I can't believe they even let you play.
The pitch to White. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. And this will be caught downfield by Gage. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Mike 17. Mike 17. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Mike 50.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cade Otton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
On 2nd and 10, Brady targets Miller here on the out route. He's got him. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. On 2nd and 7, Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on third down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here we go, here we go. 77 Wolf, 70 Lions.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready? Back to 60, back to 60. 18, right here.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Now a play fake. Brady on the move to his left. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. Chris Godwin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And oh, it's wide right. No good. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hey, pass.
22, back 22.
On 2nd and 15 now. Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
36.
Here's White. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him so far. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the 31, Hurts. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Brady gives this to White. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Brady now to throw. This is White on the screen. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Brady on third down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They keep it on the ground. White again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
extra point put through by Succop. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Come on. Set. Nike, 18. Get ready. Buffalo, 18. 22.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Max 22. Right here.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Max 22. Come to work.
Dragon, 60.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Not today, you are. Not today. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Blue there.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
57.
Hey, Alabama.
Brady going to throw here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A big play there for Philly. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Now back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. To throw right away is Vick. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Travis Kelce. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Giants need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And it's very quickly 8-0. Opening drive touchdown, and 2-point conversion.
Amazing nowadays for the kickers. I've actually talked with a few of them. They're more concerned about the point after touchdown than actually missing regular field goals. So maybe the coach is taking some pressure off here and just going for 2 and saying, I'm saving you for the big stuff later.
He's hanging out by the net. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in London. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. On first down, Bledsoe. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. Let's send it down to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis for the call.
So for this challenge, we're in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes to go. You're only down by a point. Your opponent has the ball on your side of the field, and it's 4th and 2. And now out come the Steelers. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Credit the sack to the safety, Sean Taylor. Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect. Not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
To try again after the sack. Trubisky, he'll buy some time right. Now Trubisky lost the football. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy, and they needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
All right, not the result that you were hoping for. Don't sweat it, though. You can replay the challenge right now.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. To finish this out, here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. So for this challenge, we're in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes to go. You're down a field goal. You've got the ball on your side of the field, and it's first down. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. 72 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And they just did not get the snap away in time. of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Cook following the penalty. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him now to this point. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On second down, Cook. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It's a pickup of 8, a good gain ordinarily, but they still need to cover a ton of ground now on third down. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
Well, certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's taken in by Knox. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. And they will take a knee here. 2nd and 11. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Not quite enough that time. Maybe just try a lower start difficulty if you can and select replay challenge and give it another go.